Hey, Steven. Right on. Yeah, he was in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Church of No Panties. He's got a channel. He was locked up for some kind of bullshit. He's a good guy, big marijuana smoker. Oh, yeah. No, that's Gary. That's Gary. That's Gary. He lives in Ann Arbor. Yeah, Fragrances by Gary. You can look him up on the internet. He's a good guy. Gary Drog. Old Jew. Yeah, it's Gary. It's Gary. He's a good guy. Yeah, panty droppers. I think that's got a hell of a... Hey, Pug. I think that's got a... That'd make me want to buy some, wouldn't it? I know it's not that easy. You're better off quoting poetry or volunteering at the Special Olympics. Yeah, just do like volunteer work. Work at an animal shelter. Don't ever complain. You'll be getting all the pussy and know what to do with. You know, volunteer. You'll get more ass there than you will in the back of an alley at a dirty movie theater. That's the best advice I can give you. A lot of homeless around here. They don't give a fuck. There's a history professor right there. Just panty droppers. Okay. I got a good caramel apple this morning. I got a really good bagel with lox on it, and on my second coffee. I went in the record store. They had a rough leak, fucked up a bunch of their shit. And I said the most appropriate thing you could say to just make things worse. I said, could have been worse. See somebody having a bad day, make sure you say that to them. It'll really cap them off. No matter what happened to them, just say it could have been worse. Yeah, I saw that on the news yesterday. It's down, I'd say a couple 100 miles. That's down near around Savannah. They had some shooter down there or some shit. Well, you don't like it, Stephen? Yeah, well, he might make some headway with that around here. This is like super liberalville, big time, man. Yeah, no, it's fucking rainbow, fucker. If you're straight and you like girls, you're not gonna be heard here. Yeah. You're gonna have to learn to suck some cock if you're gonna make it in fucking government around here. And at least have sex change on the table. That seems like an extreme measure to go to just push a political interest. I think it is. Yeah, they had some story. I'm getting bored with these fucking shooter stories. I don't even like read them anymore. I don't give a fuck. Hey Stephanie, how you doing? I thought you made the trip to Athens, Stephanie. Look. I thought, what the fuck is Stephanie doing here? She's up awful early. They're celebrating I don't give a fuck day. Shit, now you gotta watch how you assume shit. You know how you look at a thing and they take and you see the snake in the grass, or you know those kind of puzzles they're always showing you. I mean, for all we know, she was in the best goddamn orgy of her life last night and she's tired. Don't Let your mind play tricks on you like that. Yeah, mental institutions, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. There'll never be a more successful mental institution, though, than YouTube. You get them all there. Yeah, I know it. Yeah. Yeah, Trump's really putting the dick to him. That showed you how bad things got. I'm still supporting him, and I'd vote for him today if there was an election. Yeah, I would. That's how bad things got. I still support him. Yeah, what a fucking rat race. How you doing? Good. I was going to ask this lady. I almost interviewed this lady, and then I thought I was going to interview her, and then I thought, fuck it. I just can't really get into these homeless interviews. Hey, Jimmy. What the fuck you doing, Jimmy? You didn't get rubbed enough as a baby? I think this is a sorority thing today. They got a sorority thing, these girls with flowers. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Just let your feelings flow. Just put them out there. But as far as, I don't give a fuck what people do. I really don't. They're into like getting their sex swapped. Fine with me, I don't care. That's the whole idea. You do what you want, and I'll do what I want. It's not people's business. Yeah, I should do some college interviews. That's a good idea, actually. I should do that. I don't have my good camera with me, though. Just people moving in. And that's a good idea, actually. Thanks for the idea. I was getting a bagel today, and this family came. Two families, actually. The moms looked just as good as the daughters. That's how old I've gotten. They were such nice people. Yeah, they probably will. I am an old pervert, that's true. So they'd have nailed it if that's what they said. Yeah, they were right. They'd be definitely right. Can you imagine just getting me on a trial, a criminal trial, and just having me sit up there and like be myself and try and defend me from being an old pervert? Fuck, I'd probably get the fucking death penalty by a shooting squad or something. I wouldn't stand a fucking chance. Then they get a warrant and they go fucking find all my home porn and shit. Fuck. I'd fucking probably plead guilty to 1,000 years in jail, lighter sentence. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, they would. Yeah, that's how plea deals work, you know. You know you're going to lose, and they just hand your ass to you, like at the worst possible fucking thing, so you plead guilty to. That's why these crazy fuckers plead guilty, as long as they're not going to give them the death penalty. I think when it comes right down to it, just the idea of lights out for sure, not even the biggest serial killer can fathom. When you're really looking at getting your life terminated by a governmental agency, I think it snaps you out of that fucking crazy shit. Which is why so many of them agree to just bullshit to keep from getting executed. You never really know until you're looking down that Grim Reaper barrel, man. What's fucking what? Hey, Danny. Yeah, no way. Yeah, I'm a fucking sinner. You know, Sapolsky, that behavioral neuroscientist at Stanford, I've read a few of his books. Super smart Jew. He's agnostic, too. So I even give him a couple more bonus points for that. But he said free will is a myth. And, you know, I've been thinking about that for about a year, and I'm beginning to agree with it. That's just part of that whole bullshit Bible story, Adam and Eve, which is a fucking, you know, more of a fantasy idea than putting your tooth under a pillow. I'm starting to believe in it, that free will is just a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, thumbnail by Saigon. Yeah, I think you're just born as a living creature. You want sex, and you get greedy. The big thing that separates humans from everything else is killing for greed and wanting sex all year round. That's another one that I just cannot really find any literature in support of that. You know, other animals have like a season, a breeding season. And as far as I can tell, I can't find any sexual behavior by anything other than humans where it's done for recreation or to feel good. And that really is quite a poignant characteristic and a big difference. It's like the ape and man type thing. I mean, you know, why are there still apes? Why are there still apes? I mean, it really makes you wonder. Yeah, financial gains. Yeah, that's exactly right. Greed. Fucking never happy, never satisfied. That's one thing on my tenure and being in a couple of insane asylums. You know what it did? It got me to quit collecting things. You know, if you ever experience a mental hospital, the only thing going on in there really is lunch, dinner, and breakfast. All you do is watch the clock, and all you do is right after you get done eating breakfast, you wonder what's for lunch. And after lunch, you wonder what's for dinner, and then you get a snack before you go to bed. And then you stand in line, they give you this pills and medication, and you gotta like open your mouth to prove to the nurse Ratchet that you swallowed it. Because they don't want you hoarding your pills, which, you know, who would hoard antidepressants? I mean, they're not giving you medications to get high on. Maybe Adderall, maybe they hoard those. And that's just one day to the other. One of the two I was so doped up in, I barely remember it. I can remember looking one day on the second floor at a fire escape. That's about it. And I was in there 10 days. The other one, I was in there 3 weeks. A lot less doped up, and the days fucking seemed like they'd never end. And that's why I'm the shining, perfect example of mental health that I am today. Because I realized my transgressions and my issues, and I became more consciously aware of decisions. And that's why I'm the person I am today. I remember one time I had an appointment with a psychiatrist, and he said, how you doing? It's like, I don't know, you might want to ask somebody else. He said, what do you mean? He said, I feel like my fucking brain has been injected with Novocaine. It feels like that stuff they put when you get a tooth drilled on. Man, my mind just feels fucking numb. I can barely answer your questions. And he looked up in my charts, and I was getting 35 times more trazodone than I was supposed to. And it really put me in a good mood, because rather than just a typical bullshit session around and around, who knows up from down, I knew I was going to get better that time. And I did. Hey, Angie. I did get a lot better. I'd say by midnight that night, my head no longer felt pickled. Yeah. I've had that happen twice in medicine. Gave me the wrong fucking shit. Now, fortunately, that wasn't something that was going to make your balls fall off or something like that. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. It, like, numbed my brain. And to be truthful, I miss it. I'd like to numb it right now, actually. Oh, good, Angie. Barred for you go, girl. See, you've got a sense of purpose today, though. You know, you'll find, Angie, if you ever retire, that retirement's all right. I mean, it's better than working a job you hate. But if you got a job you hate and you retire and you don't have it anymore, you realize all days kind of like mold together. A day off doesn't really have as much as it means anymore because every day is a day off. And even though, like, I think I have a good life, I keep toying with the idea of buying another business or starting another business because days off don't mean anything when every day's a day off. Vacations lose their zip. You know, there's nothing like getting something done that you really don't want to do. Nothing replaces that. Nothing. Oh, you're going through a breakup? Aw. You mean with a boyfriend? A boyfriend? Aw. Yeah, numb your brain. Well, get some trazodone. You know, you can buy a whole fucking bathtub full of it for $12 at Walmart. Now, you know, they use a lot of drugs off-label for different things. Trazodone's one of them. It's actually an antidepressant, but it's used for sleep. I think it's a miracle drug, to tell you the truth. Needed to take a good long break. Oh, you've been going up, all down, long storm. Yeah, welcome to relationships. This is what I've learned over being married, girlfriends, fuck buddies, escorts, prostitutes, strippers, massage parlor, masseuses, porn, swingers clubs, nudist colonies, dirty magazines, and peep shows. And this is what I've come up with. And for whatever it's worth, none of it is worth a fuck when the fun stops. That's my message for you people out there today. When you get tired of fucking and sucking and holding hands and walking on a beach all night long, it's time to find somebody else. That's today's positive message. There's no way around it. You can go to a psychiatrist, go to the self-help section. I'm going to the bookstore after here. Biggest section there is. It's because this is just human behavior. It's an aberration of normalcy. You'll actually start just, for whatever reason, you can have like the best sex partner in the world and you will get tired of it. I've got stacks of homemade porn that I look at them and I think, why in the fuck weren't you making movies with them every day of the week? And I actually got tired of it back then. I mean, I was watching some home porn this morning and those women are 20 years older now. They're not in their 30s, they're in their 50s. And now that ship has sailed. It's like the flower that gets taken out by a rainstorm. It's gone forever. And now they're too old to make porn with. And back when I got it, I thought I was, ringing that fucking bell the right way, and I didn't, man. I look back at some of that shit that I did, and I should have been doing that every day of the week until I dropped from exhaustion. I should have just had saline solution, hired a nurse practitioner to just give me IVs, and just make home porn until I fell flat face on my bed. Yeah, so this is today's issue. Don't believe any of this shit about growing stronger. That's what they make these corny fucking movies about, and these fucking Gone with the Wind. I mean, doesn't even Gone with the Wind, doesn't it seem kind of fucking silly now? Older women, younger men. Yeah, that happens, but they're always, and I hate to say this too, I'd love to give you some credible evidence that older, young, attractive women just want to fuck young guys. Nah, they don't. It's just the way it is. It's like birds flying south. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but when it does happen, the women are nuts. All that fucking sex shit, that swinger shit, that nudist, it's all fringe. All these people are fringe. If you think you're going to get someone that's a Rhodes Scholar that's good in bed, you can fucking dream on. It's one or the other. It's just the way it is. Why, I can't tell you. I'm just as puzzled about it today as I was when I first started looking into it. This is advice. This is advice. I'm trying to help everybody's personal relationship. And I'll tell you this is the way to go if you ask me. I'm going to write a self-help book, and it's going to be 1 page long. And the biggest litmus test you're ever going to find of a relationship going south is when the sex goes south. Yeah, you start arguing, their car pulls in the driveway. It's like, fuck. This is, guys, quit ignoring it. Recognize it. You're an animal. You're no different than the crocodile eating the frog, and the frog eating the mosquito, and the mosquito eating the larvae, and on and on and on and on and on. It's as simple as that. But you think you're going to build a future. It's a fucking myth. It's a smokescreen. It's a fucking magic trick. It's all bullshit.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Find somebody, and first of all, the first thing you want to do is just cancel out the future. That's just another abstract fucking con job. Yeah, it's all bullshit. As soon as the fucking sex goes south, this is what you do. You put all your eggs in one basket. From now on, you just associate with people that you're sexually attracted to. That's it. Fuck all the rest. Whether they're working, whether they're not, whether they're going to be good for the future. Skip all that shit. And as soon as it goes south, it gets old, time to get somebody else. Seriously, it works. You'll always be happy.
Right, no rabbits coming out of the hat. Yeah.
No, this is the way to go. Like Angie, look, here she got this guy. You know, when you first meet, take that. It's like median averages. You cut off the highest and you cut off the lowest. And then you think, where do I stand? In a good relationship, if you cut off the highest, that's good sex. If you cut off the highest and the lowest, you'll fucking get rid of them all. You want to break up with every single fucking one of them. But what keeps that from happening is you get in too deep. Now, the only caveat to this whole thing that could really fuck you good is if you're a person that has to have somebody around all the time. Then you're really fucked. You're going to need to put up with all this bullshit they taught you when you were young. But if you're not a lonely person, if you like your alone time, just go for the gusto.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, be glad to help. Be glad to help you. Yeah, do all that fucking shit. I just think of these boring, you don't know any better, man. And by the time you figure it out like I did, it's too late. It's too fucking late. Yeah, but too late for what? I ran into this couple of days. They've been married for 6 years. She told me they fought like cats and dogs before. They dated 5 years and then they got married. She said they've been arguing ever since. She said 65 years of arguing. Yeah, that's what they said. This guy needs to get off his diet.
There's an event happening here.
That's what I think. And this is big transgender territory. Some of them I can't tell what's what, to tell you the truth. I don't know if they're a guy going to a girl or a girl going to a guy. That's a whole new meaning of in transition, I'll tell you that. I'm going to thank you for bringing that dragon's milk. I drank 2 last night I didn't plan on. And I got to get another 4-pack today. And I'll tell you another thing too, as far as a male's perspective, I think you're better off with working class women, like ones that manage dollar stores and they work in fast food, because every day is a good day for them when you're treating them nice. But these like educated and these really good looking women, it's just not fucking worth it. You think life would have some reward for making good decisions, but it doesn't. And even if you're Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, you'll never have access to the really top-notch shit. Nope. Jeff Bezos came in plain clothes, Donald Trump plain clothes, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and they came to these college towns at nighttime. They wouldn't give them the time of fucking day. They want young guy, good-looking guys their age. Oh, too independent? Yeah, I think any guy, if he isn't like 10% queer, is controlling. That's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because they think women have accused me of being controlling. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm not changing it either. I'm fucking staying that way. They want some half-gay motherfucker. I'm not that. I'm old school. Yeah, I'm controlling, but in a nice way. Like I protect them. and I want them doing what I want to do, and I provide a good life for them. Yeah, well, they're trying to sell controlling, like I got them chained to the fucking bathroom and shit, and just let them out on the weekends. Yeah, it's like the worst, most egregious example in the world. Yeah, I like being the boss in a relationship. I don't want equal anything. I just fucking don't. I mean, I can say it. You meet these new women, it's like, well, they like to split it down the middle. Fuck that. They'll have you wearing their goddamn panties if they had it their way. It's all this bullshit, this women's rights, you know, equal bullshit that put them in this position. That's why there's so many single women out there that are miserable. Men aren't putting up with this bullshit.
Yeah, pushover.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the days of being like an old school male, like lifting weights and you like boxing. I know guys' wives, they don't watch MMA because their wife doesn't want them watching it. Fuck that. They had to put her in a goddamn arm bar right then and then when she said it for the first time. Yeah, they don't like guys do. I know women, if they ever caught their husband with like porn, they divorce him. Yeah, well, we would have never been out on a first date, so you can skip that too. That's right. Man. Be careful what you wish for is the point.
Be careful what you wish for.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, that's why they're all like, they're looking for these fucking males that don't exist. You know what I mean? I mean, if fucking women, if you took their same attitude on how they like men, they would like tell birds you can't fly south anymore. They demand it. It's like, well, we want no more migration. It's all part of the same like thing. But then they'll call you the controlling one. Even they don't want you doing normal male stuff.
You should hear it too. Okay? If it doesn't, click it on. Makes no noise or anything.
Yeah, they just all this years of this women's bullshit. These Jane Fonda bitches. Now these women have finally, coerced society into a bunch of males that they say they just can't meet the right one. Yeah, it's because you squashed it. You ruined it. You put it out. You turned them into all puppets.
You too, Pug.
Well, now we're talking. You should listen to this more than anybody, Pug. Yeah, I need to care about yourself. Yeah, I'm not saying you should let somebody do things that you're not, like abusive. That's different than a guy controlling a healthy relationship. It's different. See, that's the rabbit hole you go down in now, because now what they'll want to do is they'll want to make a villain out of you for just being a normal male. Yep, they will. Look at he's working for the Department of Corrections. These are prisoners that are out allowed to work. They let them out and let them go work on shit. This guy's cornering this guy in some bullshit. He's trying to bullshit him. Athens, Georgia, college town. I think you'd really like it here. It's a good town. Now, this goes to show you too that all people can get along. Like, I don't vote the way you do, but I like their town anyway.
What's that, Portuguese, Jim? What are you talking about?
You just gotta Angie, I'll find you a good guy. Man, so you need to get yourself a big dick long distance truck driver. This guy that's gone most of the time, but the sex is through the roof. You still have your independence because he's on the road all the time. You can come home every couple of weeks, give you a good drill, and then head out again. I mean, can you come up with a better example of fun? Oh, Seattle, oh, you poor guy. Yeah, I'd get out of there ASAP. But I bet you'd really like Athens. It's kind of like Seattle is. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't mind it at all. I don't care about this gay stuff. Doesn't bother me. I'm not threatened by it. I think if that what people do in their own business is their own home is their own business. You don't mind it's like underage or against your will. I really believe this. Something to think about. I think so. Yeah, I don't even care if they have their own parades, all that shit. I don't give a fuck. It really doesn't bother me. I would have cut the grass today, but it's still a little wet. When you make the turns, it tears up the dirt. So I figured I'd give it one more day, maybe Saturday, and hope it doesn't rain anymore. You know, tonight we're going to get some fantastic moonrise. Tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night. 3 in a row. Hopefully. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, that's how I'd like to do it. Hey, you guys ever watch those TikTok videos? There's a lot of people on there dying now. God damn, man. I mean, I always give them a nice comment and stuff. They have like a lot of handicapped people, you know, doing their thing, which I'm all for that too, man. I mean, when I go on there, I make sure I would never, ever say anything like not positive, because I can tell they're out there trying to like fit into this normal bullshit. They don't know that it's not cracked up what it's supposed to be. So I go on there and I say nice things. I'd never say anything like negative on them. You know, some of them are missing, like, there's one girl that paints with her feet. She doesn't have hands and arms. It's really cute. And she's always doing these, she does these most fantastic paintings. You know, they say like when you lose a function in your body, the other things become more adept at what they would have otherwise. Like, you lose your sight, your hearing's better. You lose your hearing, your taste is better. Stuff like that. And these people there's a guy around here that does it. He lost his hands in an electrical thing. Got electrocuted. And he paints with his mouth. That's what it is, paints with his mouth. And I just didn't think you could manage that kind of dexterity with a foot. This girl does like the most beautiful paintings with her feet. I mean, it's really top-notch shit. Really looks good. Really like it. I go on there, tell her it's beautiful. It is beautiful. And I would even give the edge to somebody a little bit that was like struggling to like be part of this normal rat race. You know, 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 hands, 2 feet, all that shit. I give them a little encouragement. I try to. Because they don't know that, you know, they just, you know, I mean, I'm glad I got all mine, let's put it that way, but I just go the extra mile when I see somebody like that. Look at Stephanie. She didn't want me to say anything about her showing up without letting me know ahead of time, but Stephanie showed up last night. And she's a little tired.
She used to write me emails saying that once I get there, we'll have sex for 2 days in a row, and now look. Talk about a party pooper. But our love is stronger than that. So I'm not going to let one round of jet lag ruin things. Just not going to do it. It's getting hot now, too. You know, I've tried these iced coffees, but I just don't like them that much. I don't like them that much. I still get a hot one even though it's hot out. Yeah. She's a trooper, though. She'll be out of it. We'll be partying like rock stars by 10 o'clock tonight. I'll snap her right out of it. But whoever that is there, they've been like that for 3 hours. The 3 hours that I've been here. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Looking nuts. Maybe they took some crocodile or whatever that stuff is they take in Philadelphia. Crocodile. Yeah, you know, Stephanie. It's time to top Stephanie off when she's lighting up and it's no smoking. Oh, want me to interview that lady? They say they have a big, you know, this Athens is in a precarious place right now. They're one of these sanctuary cities, man. That's just not cool anymore because a girl got murdered by an illegal. So it's really a real hot potato now. No, they're alive now. That's how you can tell you're new here. I can tell you're new to this area because everybody thinks they're dead until you've been around here and you've seen it 1,000 times. Yep. You know, I remember these college move-in days. I was always working, or I had a girlfriend in another college or something. It was never like the fun these kids are going to have. I had to work, and I remember these days, buying all these fucking stupid books I'd never opened. And just, you know, figuring out where these fucking classes were. And, you know, all this bullshit and all these new people. And it's like, fuck, another semester of this bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit is right. Absolutely true. Just sit there like I'm fucking brain dead. I got a degree in criminal justice, which is the joke of all jokes. I just sit there listening to this stupid shit. I'll tell you a funny thing happening. So I go to this junior college. I had a great time there, man. Just shit tons of girls. My professors, they were great guys, man. They actually were fucking able to motivate me to at least get a C. Those fuckers inspired me to at least get a C. So I did, and I felt good about it. It's like, man, I'm actually passing these fucking classes. And then I hung around and fucked around with them. They were good guys. All of them have died now. I kept in touch with them too. And they taught me into going to four-year college. They said, you really need to go to a four-year college. You don't have a wife, you don't have a girlfriend. It's loaded with young pussy. And that clinched it right there. I had one guy, Dave Miller. He was gay too, a good guy though. I didn't give a fuck. He said, Tom, you're not just going to believe the women that are going to be there. You're never going to experience that in your life. You can study with them, get to know them. It's like, yeah, I thought, man, that clinched it. It wasn't about how much I was going to learn or, you know, growing as a person. None of that fucking horse shit. He said, just get an apartment, take 2 or 3 years, and just start studying with girls and shit. It's the fucking best advice I ever got. Just a just like 5 classes filled with girls every semester. I mean, he was right. He was fucking right. And since I had such a bullshit Mickey Mouse Major, Criminal Justice. A lot of those classes were girls that were going to be teachers and social workers. You know, we all had to take the same bullshit, easy to get into classes, sociology, all that bullshit. So my classes were just jammed with fucking women. I mean, even if you were the biggest nerd in the fucking world, just by virtue of having access to so many, like 5 classes full of 50 people, that's 250. I mean, there had at least been like 5 girls in there that'd be interested in you. You know, and you'd be answering questions and, you know, laughing, fucking around, talking to them before class, after class. I mean, how'd they do on this, how'd they do on that? It was like perfect. It was fucking the best advice I ever got. And then you meet the roommates. Just the good old days, man. Getting a tear, my eyes were getting teared up with joy. So fucking great. That happened with my wife. She wasn't even in any of my classes. Met her girlfriends. Fuck. I knew I was about ready to drill her when she started getting jealous of me talking to her roommates and we weren't even dating. I knew it was going to be time to party any night. And this wasn't like drunken binges or dope or any of that shit. It was just like walks, late night walks. No alcohol at all. I didn't even really drink till I was like 25. It's fucking just funny how life works out. Just couldn't be happier. These prisoners, man, I wonder what these fuckers did. See, these guys they let them out. They quit that shit up where I was living up in West Branch because 2 of the guys got 2 of the girls pregnant while they were supposed to be like raking leaves or something. And then they got sued. Some lawyers sued for making these women vulnerable and stuff. And they quit it. Yeah, good old days. Fuck yeah, man. Old Angie's at a disadvantage. She's in a little like place that's, you know, like being in Siberia in the winter. In the summer, everybody comes out. It's like 4 months of like fun and like people on vacation. She'll wish they had that. She'll wish they had that boyfriend in February. You know, when you're young and you're stupid and you don't know anything, like, it isn't like everybody has to be perfect. Like, you know, if you're in college and you know some girl and you're not, you know, you're not all over each other, but you find each other attractive. And she says, why don't we just go over to your house tonight and get a couple bottles of wine and watch a movie? It's like, yeah, why don't we? Yeah, it's a good thing to bring up. Why don't we is right. Fuck yeah. Hey, what time is it? I only got 2 hours. They're fucking crazy here around parking violations. Fuck yeah, why don't we? Now at this age, it's like, I know my days are like pretty much over, unfortunately. Unless I go to Bangkok. Or fucking Belize or some shit like that. You know, I've actually grown out of that fucking shit, believe it or not. I really have. I look at almost everything as just too much bullshit now for what you get out of it. None of it's fucking worth it. I think that's why old fuckers just sit around and read and shit. It's the biggest bang for your buck. It's the most stimulating fun. You're learning a lot. And and you're not getting your balls put in the fucking ringer at the end of it all. Yeah, it's true. The highs aren't really high, but it stimulates your mind. You're more knowledgeable about something than you were before you started. And you're not getting your nuts lopped off by, feelings or jealousy or who the fuck knows whatever.
Smooth talker Cohen. Oh, good for you, Robbie. Yeah, but to be honest with you, yeah, thank God you could act as right. But honestly, man, I'm fucking straight up about everything. I really am, man. And actually, that I could have lied my way out of getting into a couple of mental hospitals, but I didn't. I told the truth but first of all, I was old enough where I wasn't going to have to worry about that being on my record. That was the first thing. Second thing was I thought maybe there is some fucking medication in there or some shit. I mean, if you got depression and you have like mental problems and you're on the outside, it takes fucking years and a lot of luck to get them under fucking wraps. You got to have the right medication. You got to have the right amount of it. You got to have a motherfucker you like, that you believe in. And in this day and age, in this country, mental health appointments are far and few between. Most of the time, you get some dumb fuck that's a social worker as opposed to a psychiatrist that's at least academically smart. So I figured, when they were quizzing me, I'd just tell the truth, and I did, and sure enough. Well, one of them they quizzed me, the other one they ran me off the road and cornered me in a parking lot and threatened to shoot me. So it wasn't like, there are two different examples. Actually, I've uploaded that video. If you haven't seen it already, it's called I Fought the Law and the Law Won. If you put that in the search box of my channel, you'll see the second time. I thought they were going to shoot me, to be honest with you. They fucking tell you to like get out of the car and you go to undo your seatbelt and they like go crazy. How the fuck they think you're supposed to get out then? Yeah, I hope you do feel better. Yeah, just try and relax, Angie. If you want, you can pick out any French tickler you want on Amazon and I'll pay for it. Just get you through the hard times. And don't let that fucker, you get a moments of weakness, somebody's rude to you at your job, you get stiffed on your tips, you're just feeling a little down, it's rainy, you're alone. That's when you'll end up getting it again tonight about 3 in the morning if you're not careful. Stand your ground, demand what you want. Don't feel bad about making a bad decision. Don't feel bad about it all. We all do. There's a lot of factors that go into who you get involved with. Just fucking go for it.
You see some new guys there, right now this is not a good time. You see some new guy. Plus you're in that little fucking town, you're gonna be running into this motherfucker all the time. God damn. Man, I can't think of a worse sentence in the world than to run into an ex-wife for the rest of your fucking life with her new boyfriend at all your kids' events. You're sitting there with this fucking kid you really don't like that much, but you can't do shit about it. So you go to this baseball game, and there's your fucking brat son who you can't stand, and your wife with her new black boyfriend. And you're there with this fucking broad that you can't stand, but it's better than nothing because you don't like being alone. And then you're just like in a haze while you're watching this fucking stupid kids baseball game. And you're thinking, 20 more years of this. Oh my God.
Shut up, Unto. Don't start talking about this
Religious bullshit. I'm gonna block you.
Yeah. Not kidding you.
You just sit there and you're sitting there and you go to your psychiatrist and they got to play the middle of the field too. And the psychiatrist says, there's something bothering you? It's like, yeah, there is. It's like my wife.
We got divorced.
And I got to run into this bitch for the next 15 years for these social events because of these kids that I can't stand that I brought into this world. And every time I go to someplace, she's with her big 10-inch dicked Jamaican boyfriend. and they're like making out and shit instead of watching the game. It just drives me fucking nuts. Even though I don't want to get back with her. That's my problem. Shut up. Shut up and get out of here, you loser. You got your head up your ass. Pull it out. People are so fucking stupid. Alright. Yeah. Hey, Chip. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I've realized over the years I'm not into revenge anymore. Unless they really got it coming big time. Because you can't believe in karma and revenge at the same time. I think you got to really be a wacko to do something like that. Revenge and karma. How could you like believe in both? So I just believe in karma. At least that's the way I live my life. Well, here's the guy that paints with his mouth right here with no hands. Here he is right here. Yeah, this guy right here. Hey, man.
How you doing?
Just talking about you. How you been?
Pretty good, pretty good.
You
How
me-
you doing?
Good. You remember I interviewed you that time at Home Depot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking. We were just talking about this.
Okay.
How's business?
Coming along pretty good. I'm back healthy. I'm 3 ribs. Breaking ribs.
Yeah. How'd you do that?
Well, I got attacked that time. About 6 months ago. The last basketball game, I was over there at the Coliseum. And I left from the Coliseum and I started walking toward town. That's when they said it had been somebody at the game that was watching me very hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I ended up waking up. That's the first time I ever had 2 black eyes.
Wow.
Whatever they hit me with, it left me unconscious for 2 days and a half.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you made it back.
Oh, yeah. Them ribs broken, boy. You can't hold
No,
it.
I know it. Yeah, that'll take a boxer out for a year.
Yes, yes.
Where,
Well,
where are you going to be today?
well, my hook broke, and I'm trying to hurry up and make some money, so I'm doing a discount on this one.
Okay.
And I got to make it down to Augusta to get some. You see where they welded at
Yeah.
with the Home Depot yesterday, and that's what they came up with. Looks like having my hook broke. I'm doing better. I'm doing
Okay.
better. I'm praying and hoping that I run across a fan
Yeah.
and give them a discount on it. Cause one thing I had to come up with 150, but they normally like 200 to 250 at the game. These big boys.
Yeah.
I get more sometimes, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but,
Well, where are you
trying
going to be today? I'll send him down there.
well, I'm trying to get over here at Academy Sports. What time you got?
I don't know what time it is, really. I can't see it when I'm on this thing. I think
Yeah,
it's
okay.
got to be around 2:30.
Yeah, I need to catch a ride over here at Academy Sport, and I don't know who I can ask. Home Depot, what I mean. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you busy right
Yeah, I am busy. I'm waiting to meet somebody, actually.
now? Okay. Well, let me get on up
All right, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, take it easy.
You do the same.
Now, see, here's an example how you get fucking lied to. That's a bullshit story. It's not fucking true. And if he thinks you've got some money, he wants $450 for those. See, this shit caught up with him right now. And every fucking time I run into that motherfucker, it's been a while, and he forgot who I am. He doesn't remember me. And every time you run into him, now, when I run into him a year from now, it's going to be a new beating under a new circumstance. The last time it was a football game. This thing was a basketball game. So the guy's full of shit. He will make up a story, and he's learned over time how to try to get the most money out of his stuff. And there's a perfect example. You saw it for yourself. He's a fucking con artist that paints pictures using his handicap as a way to get more money out of you under a story that's not true. Yeah. I mean, you know, if that's the way you want to do it, yeah, good luck to you. Now, I'd have given that motherfucker, gave him a ride. But when he told me that, I knew he was lying again. I've caught him in it. That's the 3rd time. And, you know, if he said, hey, you know, I need a couple $100, and I knew he wasn't a liar, I'd have given him $200, and I'd have given him a ride, because actually, I'm going up right across from Academy. But just because you don't have arms, if you're going to expect me to believe that bullshit, and I got lucky enough to find it out, I'm not giving him a ride. Fuck him. Yeah, no, that ain't gonna work here. He could have got a ride and $200 if he'd have been straight with me. And like I said, if he thinks you got some money, if you came through and a family was down here, well dressed, he kind of picked up that you had money. He's going to want $400 to $450 for that thing that he's selling for $150 now, and it's always some story like that. Ran out of paint, ran out of canvas, ran out of fucking this, and he's probably figured out over time that when that hook is damaged, that God, the sky's the limit. See, here's an example where the damn mom looks as good as the daughter. Yeah. Well, not quite, but the mom's still cute. Yeah, that fucker ain't softening me up. No way. Bunch of bullshit. I gave two guys money today. One of them, he's out running my fucking thing. Not $1 either. I give him more. So they can go out and buy a good meal. And that's it. Just give it to them. I don't want anything. And you know why I do it? Because they need it. They don't have the tools to, follow the leader like most people do. I'm not saying it's a great way to be either. And when you get to the point where you're just sitting out on a sidewalk begging for money, I'm going to give you some. Because you're a long ways off from bullshitting yourself like I did. No kidding. Serious. Well, Stephanie's still sleeping. Stephanie asks me sometimes if it bothers me that she doesn't wear makeup anymore and wears the same clothes for a week at a time, and I come back with true love. Not a bit. I mean, that's a long plane ride. She's probably dehydrated from Seattle. And I've just decided to look the other way. Yeah, I mean, I'm not kidding you, man. If you sat here today, you will see 1,000 women that look like Miss America. I'm not kidding you. Just beautiful women everywhere. You will. They're all over the place. Yeah, and they're always such nice kids everywhere I go, and get something to eat. Everybody's just so nice around here. I mean, you would be proud to have children like this. The parents are nice. Like the all-American family. I met 2 families like that getting a bagel this morning. I mean, that's a possibility. Yeah, I wouldn't rule that out. I wouldn't rule it out. You bring up an interesting subject there because, we get on these conversations, we talk about being open and, putting things that bother you behind you. And there's some things that this is my advice for today, and just have enough nuts to stick to your guns. If something really bothers you, I mean, it really drives you fucking nuts, just keep it. Don't try and bullshit yourself into making light of it or coming up with an excuse or rationalizing. Just pigeonhole it in a spot where it bothers you, and that's the way it's going to be, and nothing's going to change, and move on. That's what I've learned to do. But you jogged my memory when you brought up big black cock, because I've met women in my life, and once I found out they had a big black cock, I didn't want to take them out again. I mean, and you know what? And if I find out about it next week, I'm not going to take them out again either. It bugs me. I don't know why. I guess you could say it's racism, but I'm sticking with it. I'm going with it, man. I'm not gonna spend $10,000 on having this shit not bother me anymore. I'm just gonna avoid it as good as I can. when I find out about it, I'll just say, I just think you'd be better off with somebody else. It's like, well, what do you mean? It's like, well, somebody that it doesn't mind you getting a big black cock before you met me. Yeah, well, thank you for the support. I mean, I'm not even looking for support, but I mean, there's just certain fucking shit. It's the same thing, you know, like, this is the way I explain it. Like, I'm all for the gay shit, the transgender stuff. I'm not into it, but if you're into it, that's up to you. But if I had a son, I'd want my son, I'd rather have my son throwing a touchdown pass to win the game than getting a big cock and balls set on top of his forehead while he vacationed with his lover in Yosemite Park. Yeah, is there anything wrong with that? No, not really. But if I had my druthers, I'd want a son that was throwing the last touchdown to win the football game rather than blowing his buddy on their honeymoon. No, size matter. You never heard that from me. You never heard that from me. As a matter of fact, when we have some of these late night conversations, I bust these women on this all the time. They lie their fucking ass off. It's just part of, like, it's almost like birds flying south, salmon swimming upstream. It's just so ingrained in, you know, thousands of years of people that they just automatically, just the closest you can get to women admitting that size matters is when you ask them if it matters, and they'll say stupid shit like it's how you use it and all that kind of stuff. But the closest you can get to getting truth out of women when you're pinning them down on that is they'll start giggling and shit. That means it matters. You know, unless they're 10% bull dyke, they're not going to give you a man's answer. It's like, what do you mean it doesn't matter? And then you ask them about their old boyfriends, and they say they don't remember, and they'll just get all like embarrassed. They know they're lying their asses off.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, good for her. Good for her. I mean, I wish Michelle happiness. I also wish I don't talk to her ever again. Good for her. You can have it.
Be my guest. Yeah. Hey, how you doing, life?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, you got people you like, people you don't like. Yeah, no fucking way. I got enough fucking problems. I'm trying to keep them at a minimum. Stephanie's up now, walking. So there goes the answer, and they're not dead. She's not dead. Yeah, I can't really explain it to you. Well, you guys, I think I'm about ready to head to the bookstore. So it was good talking to you. Anytime you'd ever like me to give you some tidbits on life, make your life easier, I say just buckle down. You know the real you. Just stick with it. Don't be selling out. You're trying to dot every I and cross every T. You're really going to fuck yourself. Just don't buy into all this bullshit. Just go with like the natural male animal that you really are, and don't stray from it. You want to go to a strip club tonight? Go. You want to take out 500 and just stuff 20s down G-string? Do it. Don't sit there like a dumbass and think, well, nobody's wife material to hear that. That's true. Just enjoy the moment, seize the moment, carpe diem.
All right, Steph.
You guys party on.
You guys rock on.
Carpe diem, carpe diem.
Okay? Rock on.